Today I want to show you how to make a 5-pointed star out of angle. In a previous video I showed you guys how to make this 6-pointed star out of angle. And because it was a YouTube short, I wasn't fully able to explain how I made this. So in this video I'm going to show you exactly how I made this. And instead of making a 6-pointed star, we're going to make the classic 5-pointed star. So on this 6-pointed star, if you envision a circle, each point represents 60 degrees because 6 times 60 is 360. Now since this star has 5 points, we have to take 360 and divide that by 5. And we get 72 degrees. And because these two sides are sharing the same degree, we have to divide by 2. But we also need to consider that this angle is sitting at 45 degrees, which then makes it a compound angle. And so, to figure this out, we're going to have to turn our phones to the scientific mode so that we can use sine, cosine, and arctangent. Because there's 10 miters and this is 72 degrees per point, we have to divide that by 2 and we get 36. So first we're going to type in 36 and then hit sine. Then we're going to hit the divide button. And cosine is 45 degrees because we have our angle that sits at 45 degrees. So we type in 45 and hit cosine, then equals. Now we need our miter line. So we hit second and hit the tangent button. And we get 39.73 degrees. So we'll just say that's 40. Now that arctangent gave us our miter, we'll set our protractor to 40 degrees. Now we'll set this right on the corner of our angle and draw in the miter line. Now we have to make the leg of our star. And you can make this whatever length you want, but I want to keep my leg proportional to the center. And on this picture, the legs are 2.33 times the size of the center. So the end of the miter line measures about 2 3/8. So I'll take 2.375 and times that by 2.33, and we get 5.5. So from the end of the miter line, I'm just going to mark 5.5 because that's close to what we have there. Now I'm going to draw this line up, and where those two lines meet, we're going to draw another line. And we'll get rid of that and get rid of that. Now we're going to transfer the marks. Connect these lines. And connect these lines. Get rid of that, get rid of that. And that's going to be the leg of your triangle. And we'll just get a measurement. And I have 7 7/8. So we'll cut 5 pieces at 7 7/8. So now that we have all of our pieces cut, we can finish marking out the rest. I also want to say, close counts on this job. We're not making a rocket ship. Although we could if we wanted to. Just not today. All right, it's time to cut these out, and I'm going to use my grinder to do it. So now you should have a piece that looks something like this. So now that our pieces are cut out, we're going to clean them up a little bit with a flapper wheel. I was actually surprised I used about 2 of these and a half of one of these. And if you want these to sit a little flatter, you're going to have to chamfer both sides of these legs. I've had enough grinding for the day. I'm going to leave them. All right, let's see what this looks like already. So that's what it looks like when it's all put together. I just put a couple little tacks around the perimeter with the TIG welder. And then on the inside, I put a couple more. I guess if there's anything you can take away from this, it's how to use sine, cosine, and arctangent to find a compound miter. That's it for this one. I'll see you on the next. Oh, I got stuff on my face.